Hi, Eric Linask. We're here in Las Vegas at Wearable Tech Expo. Joining me on the program today, John Bailey from Chetu. John, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Yeah, glad to be here.
So, when people think about wearable technology, the first thing that comes to most people's minds, I think, is the physical device, the hardware. But there have been a lot of conversations here this week at the show really focused on the software. What's happening around the software in the wearable space?
Well, I think it's really up in the air. I think that's where we come in. We have a diverse background, a lot of different experience, from healthcare to gaming to retail, so we can kind of draw on that experience and bring in those different technologies that may be unique to those industries or verticals and kind of tie it all in together. So the software part is kind of everybody thinks of the hardware, like you said, and at the end they need to tie everything together and communicate, and that's kind of where we pull in.
Where do software vendors differentiate themselves?
I think with their model, for example, we offer free project management. We have offices located around the country and in the world. So kind of know wherever you are, we have somebody not too far away as a project manager who can meet with you, kind of give you some insight, again, drawing from those different verticals, industries, as opposed to just giving you somebody who can do coding. We try to give you the complete solution, not just a developer.
How does hardware design work together with the software?
That's a good question. Kind of difficult to answer just in general. I think it depends, but I think it's being flexible and being able to kind of adapt, because obviously you have hardware made from all over the world, and that's kind of our job to keep ahead of the curve, maybe. Come here and learn from some of our hardware friends what they're doing and what's next and what they're going to need from us.
What are some of the challenges you're seeing around developing the software and applications?
I think just keeping up with what's new, and for us, everything we do, our customers kind of create as far as the idea. It's not a product of ours, so I think we just have to kind of stay ahead of the curve, almost like the hardware guys. What's next? What are they working on? So we have people who are trained and ready to go when the call comes.
Talk to me about specific vertical markets that you're seeing more activity or more interest around.
I think just in general in retail, I think some of the higher end retail folks are trying to break in. Obviously, Apple Watch, for example. A lot of health and fitness, the Fitbits of the world, those are kind of growing, and a lot of people are breaking off. We did some Google Glass stuff. I don't think we've had as much of that lately, but it's I think because of the cost.
Sure.
But I think as more cost-effective products come out, that's kind of where we'll probably keep growing.
Do you think price point, and you mentioned the higher price point of things like Google Glass, does price point, how big of a factor is price point in terms of adoption, and obviously that's going to impact the volume of companies that come to you as well?
I think it's a pretty big thing. Obviously competition helps the free market, if you will.
Yep.
So I think as more and more people come out, I think we've seen that even the last year or two at the different shows we've attended, that there's more competition. It's kind of driving down the price and kind of getting everybody available to have the opportunity to have a wearable.
So you've mentioned it a couple of times, staying ahead of the curve, understanding what's next. So I'm going to ask you that question. What is next?
Good question. We actually have a very qualified team of developers, kind of senior folks, that's what they do. So it hasn't trickled down to me yet, to be honest. But that's their job, kind of projecting ahead and making sure that we're ready, which I know is kind of an unknown thing. So we try to keep an idea on the kind of the bleeding edge technologies. So if somebody does come, we have somebody we can ramp up quickly. But it's kind of the inevitable situation we run into.
Got it. Excellent. John, thank you so much for being here with us this week.
Yep, thank you.